beloved soul. If this message found its way to you, it's not by chance. Something very powerful is unfolding in the invisible realms. A divine force is moving towards something that was promised to you long ago. The angels are speaking, and what will be revealed in this video isn't just a message, it's an answer from above. So, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel, click the thanks button to support this energy, and turn on notifications, because what's coming next will change the way you see love. There were nights when everything felt too quiet, but it wasn't silence, it was preparation. When everything felt dark, it was so the soul could learn to see the unseen. The angels saw every silent tear, every secret thought, every whispered wish before sleep. And now they say, it's time to receive. The moment to feel love approaching has arrived. And this is not just any love, it's the one your soul has been calling in since long before time began. The presence that visited your thoughts that night wasn't just imagination. It was a connection across dimensions. A reunion between two souls that already recognized each other, now being realigned. What seemed like a dream was real. And the most surprising part is, the other soul felt it too. Felt something different, something unforgettable. And is now being guided by the angel's light to experience it again. That energy is on its way back. There are things happening in silence. Things the eyes can't see, but the heart can feel. The frequencies are shifting, and they're felt as premonitions, chills, vivid dreams, or a racing heart with no explanation. These are codes. Angelic signs saying that what was promised is near. The preparation was long, but now the door is opening. The one you've longed for is closer than ever. This video is a call. Not to just anyone, but to those who are ready to receive the love already being sent. There is something very specific the angels want to reveal, but it will only be understood by those who stay until the end. There is a clue hidden in the middle of this video that changes everything. A confirmation. A revelation. So, it's important to be here, present, focused. Every word you hear today is part of your spiritual preparation for reunion. None of this is random. That connection was felt in the body, in the dreams, in the soul. That secret meeting in the middle of the night was real. And it was so powerful that the other side asked the angels to live it again. And the angels listened. And they are preparing the way. That's why you're here right now. Because the time has come. And the reunion won't happen by accident, it will happen by alignment. By blessing. By divine order. Before we move forward, remember this, don't ignore this spiritual call. This message isn't just something to hear, it's something to feel. So, if your heart stirred even just a little, go ahead and click thanks, and let this energy reach others who need it too. If you're not part of this soul-aligned community yet, subscribe now. This journey has only just begun, and in the next few moments, the angels will reveal what few are truly ready to know. It's completely valid. There were moments when the heart closed off, and it wasn't even intentional. Life brought so many trials that even the purest hopes began to feel distant. What once felt like hope became silence. What once felt like desire became uncertainty. But please know this, none of it was meaningless. Every pause, every delay, every unexpected twist was part of your spiritual preparation. Nothing is out of place when the universe is guiding the journey. There are wounds that no one else sees. And there are days when the pain feels so quiet that it barely has a name. Yet even in the loneliest moments, there's always an invisible presence nearby, offering silent comfort. That's the angel's touch, bringing light where there was once shadow. It may have felt like nothing was moving, but behind the scenes of the unseen, everything was shifting. Every wrong turn was secretly leading you to the right path. The heart doesn't lie. Even when the mind tries to quiet things down, something inside continues to pulse. That feeling returning, that name that won't go away, that gaze that left an eternal impression, none of that is coincidence. When souls are made of similar energy, time may separate, but it never erases. The angels have been showing signs, but in the rush of everyday life, it's easy to miss them. That's why this sacred moment is so important. The truth is rising to the surface now. Emotional exhaustion from so many failed attempts can make anyone question everything. But it's that very weariness that shows you've reached the end of a cycle. When there's nothing left to control, the universe steps in with what was divinely promised. That time is now. That's why the signs have been intensifying. That's why feelings come back so unexpectedly. Love is returning, not as before, but as an answer. How many times was it asked silently, "Have I been forgotten?" How many prayers whispered into pillows? How many tears hidden from view? Heaven heard them all. And now, with the same force that moves galaxies, a response is being delivered. That answer is coming in the form of presence, of reconnection, of confirmation. Nothing was lost. Everything was being prepared, even when it felt like nothing was happening. The path wasn't wasted. It was sacred. There is a calling happening now. A calling to reconnect with what truly matters. The soul that touched so deeply during that night is still in alignment. That energy is searching for signs too, seeking a way back. The angels are working on both sides. They're awakening memories, reactivating emotions, realigning destiny. When love is real, time doesn't erase, it refines. The reunion only happens when both are truly ready. And believe this, if this message made it to you, it means readiness has been achieved. Even with a heart that's been through a lot, the strength is there to experience something real. This is not about finding just anyone, this is about receiving what's been destined. and that destined connection is closer than ever. In the next part, you'll discover how your guardian angel has been working behind the scenes to bring two paths back together, and how to finally recognize the hidden signs waiting to be seen. Even when everything felt silent, there was divine movement around you. The higher forces never left. The waiting period wasn't abandonment, it was protection. When the invisible is working, the visible must pause. The heart had to be strengthened, not out of weakness, but out of purpose. The kind of connection that's coming requires emotional and spiritual maturity. And this quiet preparation was the answer to a soul's deep, unspoken request from long ago. The pain that once seemed unfair was actually an agent of healing. Every disappointment, no matter how intense, cleared the way for what is true to arrive without interference. The angels don't punish, they prepare. And when it felt like everything was falling apart, it was actually the old being removed. What no longer served you was being released, so the new could enter with grace. And this new is the love that's returning. There is a spiritual support system surrounding you right now. Even if the physical eyes don't notice, there is light, there is presence, there are signs. Intuition is stronger. Sensitivity is heightened. Logic steps aside. All of this happens when the soul begins to receive long-awaited answers. The presence that visited your thoughts that night is being reconnected. The return is close, and the angels want this to be welcomed with open faith. There's no need to know exactly how. There's no need to figure out all the details. Faith doesn't demand logic, it asks for trust. And that trust is what's being asked of you now. The universe has already heard the request. The spiritual presence confirms it. The answer is coming in the form of reunion. But this reunion will be unlike anything before. It will be clean, clear, aligned. No confusion, just certainty. That's how divine things arrive. Every day, the signs have been growing. Sounds, songs, repeated names, vivid dreams, sudden memories, none of it is random. These are codes from the angels to awaken your memory, ease your anxiety, and strengthen your faith. The presence that entered your thoughts in the night is returning. Not through force, but naturally. Gently. Like a homecoming after a long journey. A soul-level recognition that's been waiting patiently. The angels ask for calm, for breath, for silence. Close your eyes, feel your inner light. There is something in the air, it's near. There's no more room for doubt. The heart that remembers isn't mistaken. It's hearing a call. And that call is being answered. Somewhere, someone is feeling the same thing. That mutual energy is being divinely led to the right moment. In the next part, you'll learn how this longed-for connection is part of your soul's expansion. and how the presence felt that night is tied to a spiritual cycle that reaches beyond this lifetime. The angels want this to be understood deeply, because what's coming won't be temporary, it will be sacred. This is the time to remain present, because what's next reveals a long-hidden truth. It wasn't by chance that time tested your patience so deeply. That happened because the heart receiving this message is rare. The soul hearing these words carries a light that hasn't always been understood by others. There were moments of isolation, not because of weakness, but because of depth. Few can walk alongside a soul vibrating at this frequency. And that's why the reunion approaching is so sacred. It happens only when the inner self is fully prepared. The strength built in silence now reveals its purpose. Every moment when giving up seemed easier, something greater kept you standing. That something has a name, essence. True essence doesn't break with time. It doesn't fade from rejection. It doesn't shrink from disappointment. It only evolves. And that essence is now aligning with another energy just like it. Two resonating souls drawing near, because the frequency is finally in tune. The inner light can no longer be hidden. Something is radiating and it's already being noticed by those nearby. It's not charm. It's not looks. It's energy. A light from within, gently expanded by the angels. Because the moment of reunion is near, and that presence must shine. There's no more need to shrink to fit into places that don't recognize the truth. Now it's time to stand whole, without needing permission to exist as you truly are. The soul that's endured and remained open carries a sacred gift, the ability to love even after pain. That gift is seen and honored in the spiritual realm. That's why there's strong protection surrounding this journey. What comes now won't be allowed to bring more suffering. What's approaching only comes because it matches the light within. And that inner light now becomes a compass to lead this sacred reunion into form. It doesn't matter how often others overlook the worth that lives inside. None of those moments define what's real. Identity is not in what was lost, but in what survived. And what survived is more than enough to receive the best. The angels see this strength. They were present when no one else was. And now, they open doors that were once closed. The time of deserving has arrived. And with it, a new story is ready to unfold. This connection forming won't be built on uncertainty. It will be rooted in truth, mutual recognition, and spiritual resonance. Because now the soul vibrates with clarity. What once felt fragile now pulses with wisdom. The angels ask that this inner power be remembered daily. Because the journey doesn't end at reunion. It begins there. And to walk that path, it's vital to remember the value that has always lived within. In the next part, you'll understand how this connection runs deeper than it seems, and how the presence that visited that night is part of a much older cycle. There's something sacred about this love that's returning. It comes with a soul mission. Not just to fill space, but to align purpose and awaken what was once forgotten. That mission begins now, with awakened awareness and a heart ready to receive what's always been close. The presence felt that night wasn't random. It was a direct response to a silent call, one made during a moment of pure surrender. The angels arranged a meeting between souls that have already known each other in another existence. This connection goes beyond logic, time, or appearances. It moves through the unseen and vibrates in the soul. That's why even without words, there was understanding. Even without touch, there was memory. And that memory doesn't fade. The heart recognized something in that energy. A kind of peace that's rare to find. Something deep, like it had happened before. The angels now confirm this connection is ancient. It holds a sacred mission that must be fulfilled in this lifetime. It's not only about romance. It's about healing. It's about evolution. The reunion that's coming is not just an emotional gift, it's a spiritual assignment. It has a purpose. It carries direction. There's something that needs to be seen with clarity. Not every intense connection is meant to last, but this one is meant to transform. That's why the angels are guiding it with such care. There won't be interference, pressure, or confusion. Everything is being realigned with divine precision. The energy that entered the field that night hasn't left. It's still present. And every new sign is a confirmation that the path toward each other is being cleared. Even on days when nothing seems to be happening, something always is. When there's silence on the outside, movement is happening in the spirit realm. The angels are awakening the other soul with dreams, memories, and quiet nudges. What's being felt here is being felt there. That's the kind of synchronicity that comes before sacred reunions. And when it arrives, it will be impossible to miss. There will be confirmation, not just in the eyes, but in the vibration. The soul will know. Everything that's being prepared now has deep roots. This connection wasn't built overnight. It was created in the soul's divine timing. That's why there's a quiet peace surrounding it. This isn't anxiety, it's certainty. The heart senses it. The mind can't quite explain it. But the soul already knows. The angels are watching over every detail to make sure this reunion happens in the right way, with the right energy, and at the right time. There's an unexplainable magnetism in this bond. Physical distance doesn't matter. Somehow, paths always find each other. That energy moves across barriers, bends timelines, and brings destinies closer. This reunion won't come from chance, it comes through permission. And in this moment, that permission has been granted. A welcoming vibration is being activated. And that creates the space for love to step into reality. The presence once seen in a dream is ready to be seen in waking life. In the next part, the angels will reveal how to care for this sacred energy, how to protect what's forming, how to spiritually prepare to receive it with balance and clarity. Nothing will be the same. And for that reason, awareness is vital. Every step matters now. A soul mission is unfolding. And the love returning is more than affection, it's an awakening. The energy that's approaching is sacred. It can't be received in haste or fear. That's why the angels now ask for stillness. A moment of pause. A moment to listen inwardly. There's no need to do everything at once. Just breathe, open up, and allow the soul to guide the way. True love needs space to arrive. And that space begins within, through gentleness, patience, and inner care. This is spiritual preparation. The signs showing up are seeds being planted in your awareness. Each one carries a silent instruction. When signs repeat, they aren't random, they're divine touches. The angels speak softly, through music, colors, repeating numbers, unexpected moments. Each detail holds a message. The key is to stay aware, without rushing. What's meant for you won't slip away. It will return. It will find you. It will reveal itself at the perfect time. To welcome what's coming, it's necessary to release what no longer serves. Old emotions, stored pain, lingering wounds, these need to be honored, and then let go. Healing doesn't require speed, only intention. And the angels are ready to assist in this cleansing. They walk alongside any soul who decides to live in the present without the weight of past seasons. Every light step taken now opens space for the new to enter. Nature is a powerful ally in this journey. Time under the sun, feeling the wind, touching water, these rebalance the emotional body. The earth's touch clears the energetic field. A simple walk in silence, a mindful shower, a moment of gratitude looking at the sky, all these strengthen the soul. Spirituality lives in small, sacred acts. The angels draw closer when there's stillness, honesty, and pure intention. Practicing forgiveness is another portal to liberation. Forgiveness doesn't mean approving, it means freeing. Letting go of resentment is a soul's way of saying, I'm ready for something higher. What's coming needs lightness. True love doesn't land where pain is piled up. It settles where there's room to hold it with peace. The angels will help with this process. All that's needed is willingness. Caring for the body, the mind, and the spirit is an act of self-respect. Resting well, eating consciously, avoiding heavy environments, these small decisions prepare your energetic field. The soul that's about to come closer will feel this frequency. It will sense truth, openness, readiness. Inner preparation is a quiet invitation for the right love to find its way. In the next and final part, you'll discover how to fully trust divine timing, how to recognize the signs of this reunion, and how to welcome what's coming with strength and joy. It will also be the moment to celebrate this journey and embrace the awakening that's already unfolding. And of course, a gentle invitation to support this channel and the light we're spreading together. Nothing happens outside of sacred timing. What's about to unfold was written in silence, through prayers on knees, thoughts whispered to the sky, tears no one else ever saw. The angels recorded every desire. Every waiting moment had purpose. And now, everything begins to align. The time for true love is approaching. There's no need to chase it. Just be present, stay open, and trust what's coming through the light. The signs are showing up in the most unexpected ways. A song that suddenly plays, a name that keeps reappearing, a dream that feels too real. These are gentle touches from the spiritual realm, reminding you of what the soul already knows. The reunion is close. And the confirmation will come with peace. Because when something is divine, it doesn't create pressure. It arrives with ease. The angels move in silence, but their presence is unmistakable. To fully trust, the doubts must soften and the intuition must lead. The heart already knows the way. There's a compass within, guiding every step. This reunion won't need explanation. It will be obvious, simple, deep. It will feel like time itself waited for this. And the universe will celebrate too. The blessings are already being released. All that's left now is to walk with faith, straight into what's waiting to meet you. What's true doesn't need proof. It just needs to be lived. The love returning isn't here to repeat the past, it's here to fulfill what was left unfinished. It's coming to touch what has never been touched before. And that touch will be gentle, yet grounding. It will feel like home. The universe doesn't deliver fragments to a soul that's whole. That's why this moment calls for courage, to believe again, to open up, to allow love in fully, for the first time. If this message resonated deeply, it's because it was already vibrating within your spirit. The soul that received these words is ready. The energy is prepared. The path is lit. The angels are opening the gates so it all can happen. Trust. The best is already on its way. And when this love arrives, there will be no mistaking it. It will be a meeting of souls that have waited lifetimes to finally see each other clearly. Now is the time to plant more light. If this message brought you comfort, clarity, or answers, please click the thanks button to help this energy reach more hearts. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next messages from the divine. And if you'd like to go even deeper with us, consider becoming a member. You'll receive exclusive content and spiritual blessings prepared for this sacred community. And before you leave, check out the next video on screen. It was chosen intuitively for this exact moment. That message will complete what was started here. The connection doesn't end now. This is just the beginning of a new chapter where love becomes real, the soul sees its reflection, and the light of reunion touches every part of your life. May the divine presence continue to guide every step. What's meant for you is already on its way.